Hello folks, well today we're going to do one of my own sets which will be sold. So I've got a Rotel RVC240 and somebody's repainted it something like the same colour but not brilliantly, but other than that it looks to be in nice condition on the front. We may even clean it, but we don't normally clean sets. We let people do all that kind of thing themselves because it makes the sets cheaper, doesn't it? We're not spending time on it. We're going to be running with our standard replacement mic, but this radio, when we sell it, will come with the factory original mic, and this isn't a modern one with a sticker on it. This is a factory original mic. So I'm going to put that on one side for now, and this has come as from the trade, so it's a trade working set. So it is for eBay. I think it's about the 25th today, but it really doesn't matter. This should work, probably just need a few little things. 209055 96. So it's not all nicotined up like most sets up, which is good. Hopefully people's smoking's really dropped off, because when I was in the television business we did rentals. If there were smokers we had to charge them more money. I remember getting through triplers like nothing at all into smoking households. Right, what are we going to do? We're going to connect this to power. What lead have we got? The last set was a Cybernet using a Uniden lead. So we haven't tested that yet because Mr. Chippy wasn't available. So we'll just move forwards to this set. We'll borrow a lead out of stock. Plug our extension speaker mounted on the wall into the public address socket. Plug the test equipment into the aerial socket. So there should be no reasons why we can't switch this on, because it shouldn't have any shenanigans. Our mic's on the floor, just like you'd expect. And our yellow trimming tool is also on the floor, just like you'd expect. Right, power on. We'll go straight for 13.8 volts, and would help if we actually connect it to power. So we're kind of in PA, didn't see anything. Should work on mic gain.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
That's fine. Go back to CB, make sure everything's where it should be. I don't like to put switch cleaner in willy-nilly. They're silver plated contacts, and with use these things will fix themselves. Once you start putting switch cleaner in, you're chasing out lubricants. So I want RF gain to full, mic gain to full. There's dimmer. Bit of noise on the volume control, make a note of that. So we've got public address working. We've proved, actually we haven't proved the extension speaker socket works, so I won't tick that off. Meter lamp works. Internal speaker works. I may as well leave that on the top as we go through. Switch picture in picture on. Definitely appeared on my monitor. Spot on 4 watts. And channel 40. 3.9 watts. Channel 1. 4 watts. So all very good so far. 1.194 amps. Looks right for the current. Low power. Switch to low power on the test set. Ah! I'll just work the switch backwards and forwards just in case. It's a dirty preset then, isn't it? Or a faulty preset. So back to full power. Deviation, for what it's worth on this test set, while it reads about 1.5, it won't be. I've only just switched the test set on, so the frequency is going to be a bit out at the moment. But nevertheless, we will go to the frequency counter at this point. We're on camera bank 2, camera 2. I don't know what that's looking at. Have all the cameras moved again? Right. 27,79096. So we're not setting that till later. 27,79096. We'll put the signal generator on for that. Oh, we got a dodgy connection at the mixer end. No. 2779. One, 2, 6. Oh, 086 wasn't it? So we're about there. That'll do. So we'll now plug our. I can't test the receiver without accessing the earth inside. So on the meter, when we press transmit, what have we got? It's banging across saying 4.5. So we want to pop that back down a fraction. Remember, these only read into a dummy load correctly. If we put on an aerial and key up, it might be 1 it reads. It might bang across. It means nothing. Whatever the radio's set to, the radio's set to. Don't want people to think that if the meter only just moves, it's only doing half a watt. It's not the case. But these days, they've gone and done the opposite way. And they're just pre-programmed to say what the manufacturer wants them to say. You can take half the output transistors out and stop the radio from transmitting. It'll still say it's transmitting at full whack. So I don't like the fake pre-programmed meters. So they're not telling you anything. Okay. So we'll plug our extension speaker in, and by that I mean the test equipment one. Put that on the earth strap. And we'll now look at the SINAD meter. Where are the cameras today? Okay. We'll drop the signal generator. Oh, it's another of those. I say it's come from the trade, so it's already been done, but I have to check it. It's 0.2. Try and change scales, but I'm usually between scales. It's 0.2. And then for 20, 0.31. Absolutely beautiful. Put squelch to full. I want it to be 100 microvolts. See if we can show you the attenuator, or whether the camera's gone for a walk. The camera has gone for a walk. So we're at 1 microvolt there. 3, 10, 30, 100. It's coming in at 220 microvolts, which is absolutely fine, but I like them to be 100. No hard and fast rule, it's fine. Put the signal generator to standby. Put the squelch threshold on the radio. Signal generator back on. And the squelch is coming in at 0.6. Fine. Only thing left is to check the S meter, which it needs to read 100 microvolts for S9. Just not quite. It's 88. There is a tolerance, of course, between test sets despite calibration. We've now proved all the sockets work. So we'll start with the VCO because I've got the instructions handy. Probably because they're still on the clipboard. Somewhere. It's channel 40 on these sets. Test point 1. So channel 40 is there. And what we want is 4 volts on transmit and 4 volts on receive. So I'll just connect my earth to another crocodile clip, which I will find lurking. This is all because these are isolated chassis. They can be used in positive negative earth vehicles. I think these days are nearly all negative earth, so but you've got this isolated output balance thingy, and this is why we've had to chop the earth off the extension speaker and to both for the one on to the one on the test instrument. Otherwise we end up shorting out these funny new models which have that kind of audio output. Right, test point 1. I'll put the other glasses on. He's there. 4 volts on receive. Undo my earth. It's a tiny amount. It doesn't really need doing, but just for the sake of the video, we do which receive first, isn't it, on these? Yeah. So we want it to be 4 volts, so I'll just drop it a fraction. It can be either way. On this occasion it's clockwise. So key up, we've got 4.28. We'll just do that one. It's bound to be the wrong, whatever I do, it'll be the wrong way. Now, I don't like that, it seems to be jumpy. 4 volts, receive 4.1, transmit 4 volts. There we go. So as it was 3.6 plus 3.6, it's now 4 plus 4.1. So that's done. And if you don't do that, you end up with channel 39 not working, or something daft like channel 1 not working when it's hot, or it's just how it's supposed to be. We always check the Cybernets, this chassis, the 002F chassis, and the Uniden chassis. Most of the others, you're all right. Okay, so we'll put the earth back on. We won't, because we're going to tune the transmitter up. So it's already spot on. It's already doing the right power. We need to go to camera 1 when I pick the remote off the floor. That camera's in the right position. The mice haven't moved that one. So peak of, we're looking for peak of, which is obviously already right because it's all within the boundaries, but I still have to check it. Centre of peak. Centre of peak. Centre of peak. We'll now do the three at the back. So we'll temporarily put them on full whack. Ah, that's not good. That first one's stiff. I think somebody's had this over power at one time. Now we've got a copied from Gareth Blue tool. This may fit better. It does. There we go. So as a temporary measure, we've got to go to full whack. Basically, you need it to be at 4.4 watts to be able to balance this properly. So this is doing about 4.7 at the moment. So we need to take this coil clockwise until we get 4.4 watts. I've said a million times, don't ever leave these in service mode. You're not going to get any more range, but you will thrash the set. And what will happen is these coils will melt. There we are, we're set. It says anti-clockwise for 3.8, but we set them to 4 watts, which we're entitled to. So that was straightforward. Now we'll go through the... You know what, I've gone and I've done this wrongly again. That's 2 sets in succession that I've left it on channel 40. So we'll just go through this again on channel 20. Maximum, if I get the right tool out. Maximum, maximum, maximum. Just going to go through that again. Maximum, it's doing 4.6. So we now take this one clockwise for 4.4, and we take the green one anti-clockwise for, they say 3.6, but we're setting it to 4 because we're entitled to it. Right, now I'll recheck. Channel 40 is 4.02 or something like that. Channel 1 is 3.98. Avalanche of stuff. Okay, let's sort this low power malarkey out. We're going to have a dirty preset, unless we have a cracked preset. Waggle that around. Let's go into low power and switch it on here. We have 400. I'm on channel 20. No, I wasn't. $400. Yeah. Go back to full power. And current consumption is 1.247. We're going to skip deviation. We'll bring the transmit frequency up. I can always reset that later when we can find the meter. Oh 99 10. Oh no, I don't think that high. Things haven't warmed up yet. We'll have it there. 27,791,024. Put the trimming tool away. Good. So, I may as well do the power meter on here. So it's over the 4, which is stupid. We'll just have it reading the 4. That's done. So we'll tick that off. Get on with the receiver, which is just so fantastic. Better put the earth back on. Let's put some switch cleaner on that one. So we'll start with a 100 microvolt signal on the test set, and we will start with the oscilloscope, which is anywhere but where we want it. Down. Look at the detector, which is there. Just pop the volume down a fraction rather than just the oscilloscope. Oh, absolutely spot on. I'm going to do the IF. I need to see it on the front panel meter. I need to see the oscilloscope and the SINAD meter. So we'll go to the SINAD meter, wherever it's gone. So we're moving the needle to the left, but I'm also looking at the front panel meter. This, of course, is the high-end tier chassis of the Cybernet 134. You've got the lower one, like the Rotel 220 has, without that extra stage. It really makes no difference other than for people who get bleed over problems. Spot on. Spot on. Spot on. Right, we'll run through on SINAD only now. Spot on. Spot on. Spot on. We shouldn't have any change there. You never know. I've untuned it and retuned it. It may be better, it may be worse. Where did I put my pen? On the floor? Well, I found my fiberglass brush I couldn't find yesterday. It's there. So, look at the SINAD meter. Let's see where we are. 12 dB, 0.21. 0.2. Check it on the other scale. Yeah, still 0.2. 20. 0.34 microvolts. So we're dancing around the edges there. I know the detector's right, so that's the important thing. You can end up with sets being more sensitive than they really are because the detector's wrong. Okay, let's go for S9 on the meter. It's bang on S9, no adjustment necessary. It would be that adjustment there if we needed to. And then we'll just put the squelch where we want it. So put the squelch to full on the radio and let's adjust the attenuator if we can find the place where it is on the camera. Not there, is it? It's the one with the bag in front of it. Okay. 1, 3, 10, 30, 100. I want the squelch to open, so we'll just adjust the preset slightly. That's where I want it. So we'll tick that off as now in the right position, 100 microvolts. And let's see where the sensitivity now is on the squelch for threshold. Right. 0.77. We've just got the clear normal to check on that. Just put my walkie-talkie on. Here we go. Take my earth off. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Yeah, that seems to work. Just switches the capacitor out. So I'm going to do, we'll do deviation when I come back to this. Otherwise, because I think we've only been about 15 minutes so far. We've done those. Good. Okay, so we'll check the deviation on the test set behind me. Especially if we can find the right camera. So you won't see that meter because I'm on the test set behind me, but we'll come back to this one. Wow, that looks spot on to me. Right. We've checked that the AGC one's in the centre. See where it is on this test set. Wow, wow! It shows. I don't think that's. I think that's lying today. Anyway, we're there. As I say, this has already been engineered by somebody very competent, if I say the right word. Right. So it's absolutely spot on as it was. I've gone through the motions, we've done everything. There's just going around the edges. I think somebody's put a bit different colour on the receive light. And we've got no TX light. There's always something, isn't there? Always going to be something. We have no TX light. Okay, I have to take the front off. On the power. We pop this through the dishwasher whilst we're at it. I'm not bothered about the lids. I may as well do the front and the knobs. Oh dear, that's not a right screw. But quite a few really splendid Cybernets recently, especially with the ones coming from the trucking and farming company. So it's nice to see a continuation of that, because sometimes, you know, you're going to receive no better than 0.2 microvolts, and it's still not, sorry, no better than 1 microvolt, and it's still not a faulty set in any way. So these are really at the opposite end, where they've been very, very good. So now I've said that, there'll be a pile of less competent. What I find here is if we can just push the whole front slightly, just to get those knobs started on their journey off. if I've got to take the front off, I may as well run it through the dishwasher. I do have very strong fingers, and this is, well, that's on the floor, but at least I think I know where it is. So get that cleaned. And we'll get this. Let's put the power back on. Of course, which switch is which? CB. So that's our receive light. I have to plug the light back in, aren't I? So you can see the receive light is on. And we've got a transmit light, so it doesn't need anything doing. I just couldn't see it through the front. Yes, it is there. It is there. We'll get this front cleaned while I've got it off, and we'll come back to this and do it on the air test, put it together. Right, well, I've done the isopropyl alcohol where there's been bits of soldering in the past, and this is now out of the dishwasher, and let's get that fluff out of there. So it should look a little bit smarter. It's just one of those things, while the front's off, may as well do it. There's no broken lugs on this one either, which is nice to see. Let's use the other screwdriver. Not that other screwdriver, that other screwdriver. Just remember never to tighten these, it's just a matter of them being snug. You end up with those broken lugs. Tell you what, we'll start putting these knobs on before it rolls off. Right, one of these has a bit more wear, so I'll put that on the volume. It's not paint, is it? It's a really nice radio, this. So the only thing is the cosmetic condition of the two case lids. So the best thing to do is always to let these sets go as they are, because some people could do something with that. I've not put these in the dishwasher, there's no point. Making sure I've actually got these in properly. So I've discarded the screw it didn't match. It was still an M3, but it was a different type of head. There we go. So let's make sure the PA speaker's still plugged in. I think it is. No, it's not. It is now. Because I want to try that factory original mic. Right, I'll get the power back on. Good. Get the aerial on instead of the test equipment, turn the test equipment off, turn the soldering iron off. I found the surgical scissors on the floor. I'll be able to take Mr. Chippy's ones back to him. Not that he noticed they were missing. Right, what am I looking for? Putting that knob on better. I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, putting the aerial in. So what I want to just do is to try the public address.
What are you thinking at? 40 at the moment, straight up the back of the road.
What are you kicking out? 40 at the moment. That's a good start, isn't it? No wonder we can hear him. Obviously don't care about rules. Right, channel 20. Go to CB to PA. Right, here we go. Let's get these knobs a bit more on. Mic gain down.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
So that's our standard replacement mic, which we'll be running with initially on the air test. Then we'll try it with the original mic. Testing 1 2. Well, there's a bit of hesitancy there. When we offer this for sale, it's going to be offered with this mic or a brand new standard replacement mic, and the purchaser can choose. If there's no choice made, they'll get the factory original mic. Some people might not want the factory original mic and might prefer a brand new standard replacement. We're not buying those fake mics with no screened lead, you know, those dreadful ones, which most seem to be at the moment. So I've dropped the PTT bar on the floor, haven't I? What I don't want to do is just stand up and stand on it. There you are, your made in Japan genuine microphone. You can see this radio's had plenty of use. You know, by the way I can't, you know, actually it's not quite there. Can you see the paint's not, because these are painted, aren't they? There's wear there where people have had their fingers when they've been operating switches, and you know, at the end of the day, this is 40 something years old. A lot of these immaculate sets are returns, as you all know.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
Let's push that on a little bit more. There we go. So that is now working. All the screws there in the plug, they are. So they will be the options: new mic or factory original mic. Right, we'll have a flick through the channels. One and a Roger. One and a Roger. Oh, we're not going to get any of those, are we? Only the burner brigade get those. Right, there we have it. One of our sets which is going on for sale. And thanks for watching the Rotel RVC240, which is a splendid radio.